Look at the trees. It happened again. Look at the trees. Okay, fine. Fine. Fine, I'll look at the trees. Maybe this person knows what I should do. Hi, they know about landscaping. How can I help you with your landscaping? Look at the trees. Yes, yes, that's my question. All right. This is an expert. What kind of climate am I in? Let's see. One where God may or may not exist. All right. Okay. What kind of? What are you gonna tell me now? Do you plan on doing the work yourself? No. The burden of proof is upon the one making the claim. All right. Let's see what they say about that. All right. Yeah. What? Is there anything else the landscaper should know before I connect you? Rest assured, they'll be able to help you. I don't know, like, do tree prove God? All right. I'm sure that they're gonna answer this question. All right. Wait. Okay. Let's see. Got it. I'm sending you to a secure page to join Just Answer for only $1. Fully refundable. While you're filling out the form, I'll tell the landscaper about your situation. What? No, it's all bullshit? Oh, none of this is real? It's just a bot? Ah, man. Ah, even bots can't answer my question. Ah, oh well. Well, that was a quick video. And I guess there's no other videos to do anything about. And hey, wait a minute, who's this person? Oh, they subscribe to me. I better check their channel out. Does God exist? How do you know? How do you know the religion's the right one? Okay, all right. And then, does God exist? Part 2: more atheist arguments. All right, let's check that out. Yeah, that sounds like a thing. Yeah, yeah, why not? We'll just do that instead. I mean, you know, since this tree thing didn't pan out, I guess I'll just respond to this video. Here we go. Does God exist? Part 0 and 1 of a series presented to you by Bad Taco 14. Unlike Bad Tacos 1 through 13, they decided to have. Why would you have part 0? Doesn't make sense. All right, whatever. And then it says part 1 and 0. Wouldn't it be part 0 and 1? I mean, which is it? Make up your mind. Wait, do you have any citations? No, it's just screen recorded via OBS. Okay, no citations. Okay, so let's.
Hello, this is a part 0 and 1 of a series presented to you by Bad Taco 14.
Okay.
And it is on the subject, Does God Exist?
Which God? What are you talking about?
What is apologetics?
Wait.
Apologetics
We don't need to know that to answer that question. So, skip. Don't care. Blah, 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 blah. Wait. Maybe this isn't something I should blah through. Okay, apologetics is official defense of a particular belief or viewpoint. This can be applied to most topics however the world is. Let's see. They're essentially lawyers for their beliefs. No, they're not, because lawyers present evidence and you just have arguments. So you don't have evidence. So yeah. Anyways, let's see. If there was one universal to answer to religious perspective, everybody would already be Christian, Buddhist, deist, atheist, whatever. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if there was a singular, simple way to view this, then wouldn't everybody be that? No, unless humans were different from the way that they are. So here's the thing: humans are pattern-seeking creatures, and hey, fish head salad. if we assume a world where uh, where a particular god is known to the entire human population, however, humans are still the same in that world as they are in this world, you would have groups of humans, not that many, but you'd have a few who would say that God is, uh, some sort of, thing controlled by the government, or is an alien, or whatever. It's a mass hallucination. There would be people like that in a world where there was an evident God being that was evident from birth until death, or maybe even death isn't a thing in that universe. I don't know, but there would be a few humans that would say, "Oh no, this is not what God is, or that's not really God." They would have a different God, or maybe they'd think that there was no God, or they'd say that that's actually a conspiracy or government or something, because humans are really odd in their pattern seeking behavior. We find a pattern even when there isn't one to find, and we'll make up stories to fit that. So you hear the word conspiracy theory tossed around. Well, some turn out to be true. Many don't, but some are. So then it stops. I guess it stops being a conspiracy theory. Then it just becomes a conspiracy at that point. People working together to create something larger than themselves to conceal some sort of uh, goal or intent or experiment or what have you. Right. So people will take small incidences that they've seen and stack them on top of each other. It's like, well, the government lied to me back when they said I was going 50 and I know I was going 40, and so the government's just corrupt, and the last politician I voted for stunk and didn't do what I wanted, so I just can't trust the government. And here comes along this God fellow, yeah, right, yeah, he's probably from the government too, trying to tell me how to live my life. And so that person could become an anti God believer in spite of the overwhelming evidence of God in that sort of world. So, assuming that humans are still the same in that world as this world. Anyways, all right. So, just no to this idea is what I'm trying to get at. Is that even if there was a universal answer to things, that people would not necessarily all fall into the same group. I think a vast majority would, but who knows? But we don't have that, because apparently God is so well hidden that people can just make up stuff about God, and nobody can tell the difference. So negative and positive apologetics. There's two type of apologetics: negative and positive. Well, I'd say though there's more than that. I'd say there's more. I'd say there's bad apologetics, and then really bad apologetics. That's what I would say. So I think that this is a false dichotomy, because there's bad apologetics, and then there's worser apologetics. Look at the trees as an example of really, really worse, bottom tier apologetics that one could do. It's just the lowest thing. Maybe I should just make those tier lists. Do you guys, girls, robots out there, do you want me to do like a tier list of ranked apologetics or something? Like, I saw somebody rank arguments once, but I just put them all on the bottom because they all suck. But I can tell you ones like that are like worse bad. I don't know. How would that work? I don't know. Maybe things that irritate me more. Maybe I could do that. All right, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, negative and positive apologetics. So, anyways, positive apologetics are your spear. What? Why are you a Roman legionary? Like, Romans were the ones that killed Jesus. Wouldn't you be? Okay, whatever. They're what penetrates your opponent. Not even a little. The reasons apologists gives on the offense are why you should believe in God, a particular religion or doctrine. Negative is your shield, what defends your opponent's attacks. An apologist would be armed swiftly deal with the reason someone may give you a false counter response. Or, and here's an idea, uh, be willing to question what you hold most dear and say, I could be completely wrong about all of this. And instead of trying to defend my belief, I'm going to try to verify if it's true or not. Instead of constructing different arguments to support my belief, why not try to falsify my belief? Why not try to show that my belief is not true, is not valid? And this is the more closely it resembles the scientific methodology to some extent. If it is true, then nothing you could do will show that it isn't true. But if it's false, then the littlest thing is going to knock it down. As soon as you start digging in, you're going to find the thing that says, oh, this is false, this is false, this is false. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to do that work, I'll do it. Well, I did it myself. I would want you to do it because I don't want you to just take my word for it. But when I looked into the archaeology stuff, I'm done. I'm no that plus logic ended it for me because there wasn't anything of substance there. There was a lot of bad arguments that people were presenting as if it was archaeology, but it was mostly people talking about the Bible and the Bible stories and not pointing to real discoveries. And stupid Shroud of Turin a million times, and they discovered the Ark like 50 different times, and things like, and then frauds in archaeology that are propped up as being non-frauds, and just questionable methodologies and all sorts of problems. And you dig in and you don't go to the apologist websites. You go to the actual scientific things that actually dug in those places and looked in those places and looked for artifacts and looked for things, and then you find that there's very little there to support anything. Even some cities are in question. I always get the two mixed up if it's Bethlehem or Nazareth that's in question. I can't remember off the top of my head, but one of the two was in question. I don't know if it's still in question for archaeology, but one of them was questioned. But here's one. Now, this should be really simple, okay? Let's say that we're trying to disprove the biblical narrative because this person's a Christian. I know they're a Christian because I cheated and I went ahead a little bit, and I know they're a Christian. Okay. But you go, okay, there's a census that took place, supposedly. Did Rome conduct censuses? Yes or no? Do we have any records of censuses that they conducted? How did Rome conduct those censuses? How was that normally done in Rome? Because the narrative of the Bible makes no bloody sense. And I'll tell you why it doesn't make sense, but it says they were chilling out in Bethlehem, but then there was a census in Nazareth, so they had to go there because, see, Jesus had to be born of Bethlehem, but be in Nazareth. Like and so they had to figure out a way to get him there. The writer of the story, because that's what it is. It's a story. It didn't really happen this way. So they concocted an idea. They're like, why don't we just have a census and require all the males to come and do that? And that's what they did. And there you go. It's just a plot convenience. Do censuses really happen that way? I don't think so. I don't believe for a moment that Rome would be so disorganized that it would say, hey, everybody not living in Rome, but that used to live in Rome, come back here so we can count you. That makes no sense at all. But if you can demonstrably demonstrate that this is a common practice that Rome had, then great. You verified that one aspect of the biblical narrative. Now, will you do that? Will you go and try to verify the narrative by going in and trying to falsify it? No, you won't. because if you do, you'll quickly deconvert, more than likely. But that's just my idea. Just try to falsify it rather than try to defend it. Just an idea, just a thought. Anyways, back to the thing. All right, where am I? Okay. Now you notice I'm not playing it because I'm just talking about it, and I guess I'll link to the video so you can you can downvote it and whatever you want to do with it. I don't know. All right. So skip past this. Negative, positive, whatever. All right. So in the first half of the series, there'll be negative apologetics. Uh, why should someone accept any evidence for something if they already think it's impossible or unlikely? It's important to first dismantle popular and common used assaults on beliefs. Then, once someone qualms of that belief are satisfied, they give a reason instead of belief is correct. No, wrong again. Um, you don't need to attack any argument that anyone has. All you have to do is produce evidence, and you win. That's the problem with theistic apologetics, broadly speaking, is they don't have evidence. They don't. Not anything of substance. They have bad arguments, plenty of those. I was listening to Apologia, and William Lane Craig and all these other apologists who have cited the same historian guy, and it's like this one historian dude that said one thing about that it was impossible that legends can come within 2 generations, and the guy that said it didn't do any research or tests or anything to verify that it's true, and he said it in one book, and like that's it. Wow. And this is so the apologists just go, oh well, here's a historian that said this thing, so there you go. It's an appeal to authority. That's why I say I don't care what his, and I usually ask what historians, because they'll say all historians agree that Jesus existed. I'm like, really? Name some. You can't. You don't know who did it. It's just a thing that you say. You say all historians do this. Really? How about a list so I can verify? How many are Christian? How many are Catholic? Because that kind of matters. Anyways, so you shouldn't have to go about it this way. If what you have is real, then you should be able to demonstrably demonstrate it. Granted, you can knock down arguments if they're bad. And I've seen bad arguments up, down, left, and right. I've seen theist bad arguments, and every now and then I see bad atheist arguments. But typically, there really isn't any other argument than what is at the core of what's going on here, which is a discussion of epistemology. The skeptic, the atheist, the agnostic, fill in the blank, the non-believer, broadly speaking, and forgive me if I don't mean to if you don't want to be included, post in the comments, don't include me, whatever. Okay. I guess I'll just say me to be safe. I want empirical evidence and or a repeatable test. If I don't have either of those things, then what could you possibly offer me? The only thing that you might be able to offer would be a valid and sound argument, but I don't think that you could offer that unless you had one of the two. Because the thing is with logic is it's a useful tool, but it's limited in scope. If the light is on or it's off, great. But you have to check if it's possible for the light to be on or off, or if there's even a light. So just show the light. You don't need to go through the argument if you have the evidence. And so the theist says, well, yeah, okay, I can't point to God. Okay, God's invisible. And you go, really? How do you know that? Okay, well, I mean, you can't, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Well, yeah, okay, fine. Can you test it? No, because you can't test God. Okay, great. Then how do you know it's there? Well, through all these convoluted arguments. Okay, but that's not proof. Arguments are not proof. Arguments are not evidence. You have no evidence of the thing itself. So all you could hope to have then are bad arguments. And the reason why there's so many different religions out there is because humans have different ideas of what God is or isn't. And they have different ways of worshiping and coming together, which is where Buddhism comes in and Shintoism comes in and ancestor worship comes in and different Native American uh, spirits come in and all the different million of pagan beliefs and Wicca and you've got Scientology, you've got Mormonism, you got it's all uh, out there. And then there's people that believe that crystals have powers and that ESP is real and that psychics are real, and that aliens have abducted their cows and anal probed them. You have all of that, and you also have people that believe that the Earth is flat, only 6,000 years young, and that I don't know what other the lizard that people certain celebrities are really lizard people from the center of the Earth, and the moon is a hologram. Why not? Because people believe in wacky stuff, and if you could demonstrably demonstrate that any of that was true, great. But they don't because they can't, because it isn't. All they can do is present bad arguments. And I'm fine if you had actual. We'll examine whether or not you actually have any atheist arguments in the next part. I'm fine if you want to dismantle arguments and take them apart because it's what I do. That's fine. Don't mind, you know. But what I do is I pick a particular argument that somebody actually made. Like, it's written or it's in video format and you can cite the person that wrote it. The reason for that is then I am not straw manning anybody when I do that. Are you going to do that? No. But anyways, all right. Okay, so assault on belief. Well, if you have fact, I don't know that you need belief. Well, I guess that's not that fair. I suppose. I guess I'm used to the word faith. So assault on faith is what you mean here. If you have facts, you don't need faith. Okay. So how do you know your religion is the correct one? Yeah, out of the thousands of religions in existence, the thousands of gods in existence, how come you think yours is true? How come you think you're more correct than anyone else, right? And the tens of thousands of religions that we don't even know about anymore that have died off. What if one of those happened to be true? How would you know? So this single point alone often drives people away from their faith. Good. But is that actually true? I mean, you say that the idea of trying to do that, of trying to prove your religion is true, would drive people away from their faith. How do you know that that's true? Citation required. See, you're making an argument in your statements here that I can question for validity. So you say, well, it often drives people away from their faith. Examples? Is that true, or are you just saying it because it sounds good? However, it's not really convincing at all once deconstructing merely states the obvious in misleading way. What does a mathematics student think the answer is correct compared to their peers? Well, math only has like one right solution. I don't. I mean, I guess depending on the math problem, you might have more than one solution to it. But there, I'm not a math guy, so I'm not really sure what the hell you're asking here. Why does a cosmologist think their model cosmology is the best? They don't. That's what the other cosmologists do. They're always trying to falsify each other and prove each other wrong. So they probably don't think it's the best. This is a weird question to ask. Answer is simple. Really? Because out of all the evidence which they've evaluated, it's the opinion they find most likely to be true or correct. That is incorrect. That is not how cosmology functions. And certainly not how you do it in math. You work through the problem in math. You check the things you do. Like if you're doing addition, then you do subtraction to make sure you got it right. And if you do multiplication, then I think you do division and vice versa. But I don't remember because I don't remember anything I learned about math at all anymore. So I don't know about math. Don't ask me about math. Stop bringing up math. The trees will eat me. Okay, but it's not just, oh, I think it's true. No, it's not good enough. There's a deeper methodology there. This is too surface level. Oh well. Secondly, the misleading part of the argument is having a larger number of options of a belief somehow taints the validity of yours. Going back to the mathematics example, the sum of the equation can be an infinite amount of two different numbers. What? I don't know if that's true. Some math person tell me if this is true. Does the reasoning of your response change if there are only two numbers? What about 100? What about 10 million? Huh? What? I don't understand what he's saying there, but I don't know math. But I'm pretty sure what he said makes no sense. I could be wrong, but like, I don't think that there's an infinite amount of answers for 1 plus 1. Pretty sure there's only one answer for that. And the answer is 2. Now, to be fair, 1 and 1 is 11, but that's only because of trick of language. See, 1 plus 1 is 2, but 1 and 1, you're putting them next to each other and they're 11. Or if you draw them out of wood, which you can't draw out of wood. I don't know why I said draw. I mean, you build ones out of wood, and then you put them on the ground. Then you have skis. So 1 plus 1 is skis, but only if you're smart like me. So I'm pretty sure that your example is a bad example, and that's bad. You should feel bad. Try harder next time. Anyways, what else? All right, and I know you haven't even gotten to the part where you complain about our stuff, and I'm complaining about your stuff. It's terrible. I'm taking you to task, man. How bad is it going to be when you think you're arguing against our arguments? All right, this is the first time doing this. Tell me all the things in the comments. Oh, I will. Already disliked your video. I made a video about this. I made a video. A live video about this. Rawr, look at the trees. All right. Okay. Now, I have a serious question for Shaq because I see lots of Shaq going on over there. Do you guys want more? Do you want me to do the next part, or should I end the stream now? Anyone? Let's have a vote here. So, Jane Dogar. Oh, my favorite person. Uh, yes, they're my favorite person. I've decided that. If you were my favorite person, you're now my second favorite person. Why? I don't know. Just why not? I mean, just what I want to do. You know. Anyways, 1 plus 1 equals 10 because there's only 10 type of people who understand binary and those who don't. Yes. No. Wait. What? Yes. Correct. But yes, whatever. Hey, it's Germania. Cool. I need to talk to him. All right. All right. So should I do the next part, everybody in chat? Yes or no? Nobody wants to vote. Screw it. Fine. I'll just do what I want. Just do it anyways. Do I want to do it? No. Am I going to do it anyways? Yes. All right. Let's do it. Here we go. Hold on. I gotta clear my throat here. Oh, glad I can edit that out. Oh, shit, I'm live. I can't edit anything. Alright, Does God Exist? Part 2. Presented to you by Bad Taco 14. 3 fallacious arguments atheists commonly use. Really? How common is it? By the way, my comment already here was saying odd. My comment seems to not be here. I invited you to come talk to me live on my channel sometime. My email is on my About page because the reason I said that was I had a comment here that said, hey, let's have a chat. My email is deconvertedman1@gmail.com, and then YouTube deleted it because it's an email. Even though I said like deconvertedman1 at Gmail, and I didn't like put the at sign. I don't know. YouTube's being weird. I don't understand what's going on. Anyways, so what atheists commonly use these? Like, do you have you done a survey of atheists and shown? No. Okay. All right. So no, they don't commonly use it. Is what I'm getting at. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Okay.
Hello and welcome back. Today we will be going over some more common atheist objections. Last video, I ended up only going over one as a bit of a warm-up along with the introduction. Today in part 2, we will be going over 3. Argument 1. You are born into whatever religion you are. Therefore, your indoctrination makes your belief invalid. This is a textbook example of a genetic fallacy.
Whoa, did anyone else hear the person in the background there? Now look, I'm doing this live. I have tons of, well, maybe he's doing it live too, so he probably has an excuse. Okay, not to make too big of a deal of it, but I heard somebody in the background. Okay, who made that argument? First of all, let me deconstruct this argument. 1, there's no premises. Fuck this. It's not even an argument. The end. Thanks for listening, everybody. Good night. Yeah, no, that's how I would do it. If I was analyzing, I'm like, this isn't even a syllogism. Try harder. Like, oh man, I'm gonna have to make this into a syllogism. Okay, fine. You want an argument? I'll show you how to do it. Where's the thing? Where's the window? Where's the window? There's the paint. Okay, this is pissing me off. Okay, we got to go back to this. Got to print screen that, put it there in paint. Okay, boom. All right, so we'd have like, okay, here we go. P1. What? Let's see. Let's see. You're whatever. You're indoctrinated. Let's see. You see, you're born into. No, that doesn't work. Let's see. Your religion is mostly because of where. Jeez, man, this thing needs to be opaque. There we go. Where you were born. There. Okay, so like, Christian equals USA, for example. Although I wouldn't include that in the argument. It'd be like a side thing. Whatever. Anyways, premise 2. Lobsters. Fuck. Hate everything. I hate everyone. This isn't an argument. I couldn't make it into. I can't fix this argument. I can't. Okay. All right. So the religion is mostly because of where you're born. Therefore, it's arbitrary. I don't know how to spell arbitrary. Conclusion. No. Fuck it. No, I can't fix this damn argument. I hate this argument. Anyway, so that's how I would go about trying to fix the argument. But I don't care anymore. It's not an argument. I've never heard this used as an argument. What I have heard is people say this, like Dawkins or whatever. He's like, look, the religion that you're born into, like, that's just random. Because you could have been an Indian, you could have been this, you could have been that. And most people are gonna go into the religion that they grow up in. Not all, but most. Okay? And unless you're introduced to some new idea, you're probably gonna stick with the idea that you were given. Or unless you start questioning it, you're gonna stick with what you grew up with. Your parents told you it was true, and you can trust them for the most part. So, and everybody that's around you seems to also believe this, and everybody acts like it's true, so it must be true. And that's how the religion functions. It's a societal thing. You go to a place where other people are doing all the same things, and you go, okay, well, yeah, this is a thing, this is real, okay, all right, I get it, I'm part of this. So that's really what it's saying, is it's arbitrary. What religion you're born into is arbitrary. Now, does that make your indoctrination invalid? No, your indoctrination makes your indoctrination invalid. The fact that you must be indoctrinated is a problem. You shouldn't have to be indoctrinated. If it's true, then we should just give you ample evidence that it's true. We shouldn't have to coerce you into belief. Give an example. Although this is an appeal to the minority of one, since it's a personal story from my past, and you can be skeptical of it if you want. Okay, when I was still a Christian, I went to the kid Bible study to help out. And one of the kids said, why doesn't God talk to us now? God talked to people in the past. And then before any adult could answer, he was like, oh, I mean, I guess it's just because, like, he's different now or something, right? And he's just like, he shut down, and he became so upset, and like, it was like, hey, no, that was a good question. They should have encouraged that question. But they don't want to encourage that question. They don't want to answer. If God never changes and God spoke to people back then he should still speak to people. But he doesn't. So God does change. Oops. And this kid got that. And at the time, I was like, I was starting to question things, but I wasn't even close to my deconversion at that time. Anyways, so yeah, so stated as you stated it, this is a genetic fallacy, but also it's a bunch of other problems with this. It has no syllogism. Its structure is ill formatted. It's simply asserted without any connecting association causation. So there's all sorts of problems with the argument as you stated it, which is why you probably didn't quote the actual argument from a person that actually made it, but instead you summarized what you thought their argument was, and so all we have is you arguing against a straw man. Okay, anyways, but yeah, you're basically right that if it was constructed in that way, that it would be genetic fallacy if it was that way. Let's see what your example is so I can complain about that. It's math again! God damn it! Why does he keep going to math? Oh, if you couldn't tell, I like math analogies. Oh, I'm going to have a problem with this guy. Could be made out of solution to unsolved question of random number generator. What? I don't know. I don't understand this example. Help! Somebody that knows math. All right. It's beside. Okay, so whether you're a doctor, you're a child, your beliefs in merits theory may or may not be addressed. True, but the problem is, well, the thing is, like, okay, I'll give an example, I suppose. I don't want people to stop believing just because I tell them to. Like, I'm like, hey, stop believing in God. Just cut it out. Look at the trees and realize that they're just trees and there's no God. Just do that. Just look at the tree and you'll realize there's no God. Just do that. Right? Look at the trees. Proves there's no God. and they go, oh yeah, you're right, there's no God. I don't want people to do that. That's lazy. Now, that gets them to the result that I might desire, which is now they don't believe in God. Although I don't really desire that. I don't care, actually. I mean, it doesn't do me any good, you know. So, whatever. I mean, but anyways, I'd rather they get there by critical thinking, analysis, and logic and reason rather than just being like, oh, the tree, no God. Yeah, but however they get there, they still got there, right? But the methodology might be flawed. So indoctrination is a flawed methodology, you know. And I have heard at least one atheist say that, they were like, oh yeah, I brought up my kids to like know stuff about religion. Like they talk about religion and God. They're like, yeah, you want to go to our church? You can. We can go over here. We can go to the Musk. We can go to the Musk. What's a Musk? We can go to the temple. We can go to the whatever. If you want to, I'll go with you and we'll see what it's about. And they weren't worried. See, but that would never be done in a religious household. Oh, let's go to the Jewish temple next week. No way. You go to the one that they believe in all the time. You never see the other ones, right? Anyways, don't go to the Mormon one though, because you're never getting out of that one, or the Jehovah's Witnesses, or any Latter-day Saints, all that stuff. Those guys are nuts. Anyways, all right. Next argument. Let's see what else you got here. What else? Come on, get ahead. Get ahead here. What? Come on. Skip. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What's going on here? YouTube's not working. Ow. Great.
Christian of cosmology.
Just stop it. Go back. Okay. Argument 2. Who created God?
Who created God?
Wait. What? Wait. That's not an argument. That's a question. A question is not an argument. Question contains premises, sure. But here, well, there is an embedded question there. Hold on. Where did it go? Dang nabbit. Okay. That's not an argument. That's a question. So, asking okay, so the embedded premise is that somebody created God. That is an embedded premise. So, you can object to that by saying, well, it's a loaded question because it assumes that that God was created. That's what you could do. You could say that. Fair enough. It is a loaded question. I don't know that going in, though, because it might be possible that something or someone created God. In this case, it's saying who. I would say who/what created God. Or I would actually say, was God created? How does God work? I wouldn't, but this is not a full argument. It's simply a question. So that's not an argument. So you're answering a question. You're not addressing an actual argument. Okay, so what's your counter to this? Well, this is a misunderstanding of Christian cosmology. Okay, but I don't care about Christian cosmology. Not even a little. So why should I care? I'm allowed to say, hey, who made God all I want? Because I don't know what God you're talking about. Not at first. I mean, now you've told me it's a Christian God. And, but I didn't know that before. And what I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know anything about Christian mythology concerning, cosmology cosmology? Are you sure you said the right word there? Christian cosmology? Are you sure that that's what you want to use there? I don't know. Anyways, Christian cosmology. Don't you mean theology? Asking who created God is often a response to hearing a cosmological argument. However, the issue is that no Christian cosmological argument actually requires that a necessary being needs to be created. Well, I don't care because the argument sucks. That's all I need to object to. But that argument used to go, everything has a cause, universe has a cause, therefore God, blah. And you go, okay, what caused God? Okay, everything that began to exist has a cause. God didn't begin to exist. Aren't we clever? So God doesn't need a cause. So God gets a special exemption. This is called special pleading. Your version of God requires special pleading to avoid the problem of having a creator itself. It has to be in its own category that never was created and always existed. But you know something that we actually have demonstrable proof of that's always existed? Energy. It can't be created or destroyed. It's just there. It's always, so that's always been around. So why can't energy be the thing that made the universe? Because it's not your God. That's why. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit bitter. I don't know why I'm getting bitter right now. I blame. Who do I blame? Let's see. Who's in here I can blame? Sniffy McSnaff. There, I blame that person. There, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Okay, so yeah, the Kalam cosmological argument. I've done a video about that. I hate that argument. It's broken. Anyways, asking who created God is like asking what's more fundamental than the most fundamental thing. Well, I don't know. I don't see what's wrong with that question. What is more fundamental than the most fundamental thing? That's a fun question to ask. I'm going to ask everybody that question from now on. Hey, purple rhymes with orange. What's more fundamental than the most fundamental thing? Yeah. Checkmate. Purple rhymes with orange. Checkmate. King me. What am I doing? Oh, anyways. Alright. Let's see. Alright. What else? What else you got for us for me to yell at? Why am I yelling? I don't know. Argument 3. The Bible is just pure fiction.
Argument today. The Bible is just pure fiction.
Wait, that's it? That's not an argument. It's just a bald assertion. If somebody said that, it's just a bald assertion. There you go. That's what negates it. Is he going to get that right? Please say bald assertion. Say bald assertion. Say bald assertion. He didn't say bald assertion. Damn it. That was an easy one. Come on, man. The Bible is certainly not pure fiction. Well, okay, look. Gone with the Wind. Okay? It's a book and a movie. Gone with the Wind. Is it pure fiction? Well, some of the places in it are real. Spider-Man. Is it pure fiction? Well, New York is real. The subways are real. The streets are real. The buildings are real. There might even be a newspaper called the Daily Bugle, or, you know, there might be somebody named Peter Parker. There's certainly something named Mary Jane, but it's not a woman. It's another name for weed. I don't know if they deliberately did that or if that came later. Anyways. But yeah, would you say, hey, look, this city that actually exists in this story, well, that city's real. Like Avengers, right? They fight in New York, right? Okay. So is the first Avengers movie fiction? Well, yeah. But New York's real. Well, yeah, but the New York they're fighting in isn't real because it didn't really happen. So what do you call that then? Well, it's a real location. Yeah, but the people in the location are doing things that people can't really do. So what else are you going to call it at that point? I mean, yeah, you can verify a few locations and a handful of kings, but that's about it. Anyways, there have been many archaeological discoveries within the past decades. No, there haven't. Been a case for the historical Sodom and Gomorrah, located in Tali Haman. No citation. We also have the cave where Elijah the prophet settled in. Citation needed. How do you know that? And the mountain where Moses was depicted to meet God. Moses didn't exist. Where's that mountain? How'd you verify it? Citation needed. none of this has. No, you don't have any of this. I guarantee it. Secondly, the vast majority of historians, hey, remember that thing I said a while ago where Christians are going to be like, hey, historians all believe X? And then I'm going to say, which historians? So guess what Deconverted Man's going to say now? What historians? Except Jesus Christ. Christ? There's more than one? Existence with several extra biblical sources and support. Really? Which historians? Do you got a list? Do you have a list? How do you know that? Hello? Is it hello? 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 Is this thing on? Do you have a list? No, you don't. You don't know that. This is a talking point that apologists keep regurgitating, but not a single one has proven this is true. Show me a list of historians. Because you see, the majority of historians. So guess what you're going to have to do now? Get every single historian listed. All of them. That's right. All of them. I'll just take the ones that are alive. Okay, I'll make it easy on you. All living historians. I'll wait. Okay, you got them all? Great. Now, which one of those believe in Jesus? All right. Where's that list? No? You don't have it? Okay, stop making this claim then. At the very least, what could be said that it contains legendary works, i.e., real events which happened in history but a metaphysical embellishment. Yeah, like walking on water, turning water to wine, healing people, coming back from the dead, everybody that was dead coming back in a horde of zombies, stuff like that. Whatever. I wouldn't call those legendary, I'd call them mythology, which is what the Bible is. Anyways, so yeah, it's mythology. And let's see what else you got here. Anything else? Anything else? Was that it? That's it. That's it. That's all for me. I'm done now. Okay, I covered both of his videos. And, I looked at the trees, and the trees disprove God. And, hey, it's Illy Little Rage. Oh my God. Ah, yes. Yes, I do. I was here before the planet. You wrote a poem about it, so it's true. Right, exactly. If I said it, it's real. And it's true. Okay. Alright. It's that time now, because I promised in the stream, I said Deconverted Man's losing it. So this is me losing it. Okay? Alright. Now, what we're going to do to lose it is first, we're going to draw people. Okay, we're going to draw a fish head salad. Alright. So this is going to be a fish. Alright, here we go. Here's our fish. This is pure entertainment. If I don't get 1 million subs for this, I'm quitting. Okay, so here's our fish, right? Okay, but we don't need all of him. We just need his head. Oh, screw your body. We only need your head. Okay, there's fish, head, and then we need salad. Salad should be green. So there's that. Okay, then we put the fish head. Oopsie, what the hell happened there? I'm not sure. Put the fish head on the salad. Oh, what the hell happened there? Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. Fucking thing. All right. Okay, we put the fish head on the salad. 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 Fish head on the salad. All right. Now, let's make more salad. More salad. More salad. All right. Some salad over there. Okay, we got fish head salad. All right, great. Now we're gonna dry purple. We're gonna dry. We're gonna draw purple rhymes with orange. All right. Here's purple. This is purple. That's purple. Okay. And then this is orange. Okay. And then we're gonna make them rhyme. There you go. That's how they rhyme. Yeah. They're having sex. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah, getting nasty. Rule 34 on purple rhymes with orange. That's what they're doing now. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to draw Gyp person. All right. Gyp person. How do I draw a Gyp person? So here's a Gyp. Gyp. All right. There's a Gyp. And then, I don't know. Here's a person. There you go. All right, Jip person. There you go. All right, give him a smiley face. All right. Why am I? This is quality content, people. Can't Sniffy McSnot off. Okay, I'm gonna draw them, I guess. So here's a nose, and it's a nose. Yeah, it's a nose, and they're sniffing stuff. And there you go. That's them. Nerdy rodent. God, this is getting harder. I'm sure I can draw a rodent. Okay, let's see. There's a body. There's a tail. There's eyeball and feet. And that's pretty sure that's what a rodent looks like. It's good enough. Whatever. What else? Hans P. Henderson. Got to draw him. Let's see. He's a giant question mark. So let's just draw that. Let's just do that. Yeah, that's a giant question mark. So that's him. And who else was in here? I don't know. Germania was in here. All right. Well, we know how to draw him. Starts with this. Wait, no, that's not the right color. Sorry. First, you draw a circle. Okay. And first, we have to delete everything. That's first of all, because all this, you know what? I'm not going to delete it. I'm going to save it. Because, one day it will be worth money. Then I'm going to do this, new, and then I'm going to draw Germania. So first you draw a circle. Okay. Then you make, whoopsie. Oops, then you make it red. Okay. Then you get black. And you go like this. This represents Ger. This is the G of Ger. And then this represents Mania. And then this. No, I can't do it. Never mind. I can't do it. The joke is that I made a thing about Germania that proved. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. So, anyways, thanks for watching. And be sure to tune in next time when Deconverted Man totally loses it. And we'll see you then. What am I drawing now, you might ask? Well, obviously it's a bird with eyeballs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's. Oh! I know. Bird with eyeballs. That's right. This is the bird with eyeballs. Or it can go like this. See, it's a bird with eyeballs. See it? You see it? And you just so this is the emoji that you use for bird. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye. Sure to subscribe. Like all my stuff. Look at the trees. The trees.